Every year I like to do something to my Christmas tree. Sometimes it might just be adding a special ornament, something for the year, something new. So this year in 2024, I decided to add something really special. And if you look closely, you can see the Christmas tree is actually turning. That's right, I have a Christmas tree turner or rotator, and this thing is awesome. Let's take a look closer at it.
Now, obviously, this footage is before I did all the wire management, but one of the things that I wondered about when I originally bought this was how it does the wires, because if this thing's turning, it's just going to wrap the wires around the tree, and eventually it's going to tangle up, and who knows what can happen. Now, they thought about this, and it actually has a plug that turns with it. So it's like an extension wire. I'm not quite sure what is happening inside, but you actually want to plug in your lights and other electronics into the extender that turns with it. It is a 3-plug extender, and there is no ground wire, so just be aware this is not the 3-prong. There's just 2 prongs, but there's 3 plugs, so definitely keep that in mind. And then you also want to make sure that the wires that are for your lights, and I have a tree topper that's hooked up to this also, you want to make sure that you do some wire management. Really spend some time here because you want to make it look as great as possible. And I buy these little black Velcro straps that really help you tie this to the bottom of the tree and really hide everything. And it just all turns together. And they really thought about this ahead of time, giving you that extension that turns with this. And then there's one single wire that comes out the back of it, and that is the one wire that you plug into the wall. And look at this thing. This thing looks amazing. Now, I do have this at 2x speed, so keep that in mind. There is only one speed, and it does come with a remote.
So you can use the remote to stop the turning. As you can see, it is infrared, so you got to point it at it, and as you can see, it stopped. And when you turn it back on, sometimes it goes in the same direction, but every once in a while, let's see if I can get it. Nope, still going that direction. I don't know how it decides what direction to go in there, but I kind of just keep on pressing it until it goes the other way. So it can be changed. It's just don't know how. So you just have to play with it a little bit. And then the second button down here, this is to set up your Bluetooth. And then this is your on and off. But one thing to keep in mind with your on and off button is when you turn it off, if you have smart lights, it's going to turn off the smart lights, and then it will have to reconnect to your Wi-Fi. And it still spins even if you turn off the lights. So you're going to have to turn off the spinning and the lights with 2 different presses. And then you can press the power button back on. You can see the lights starting to come back on. And then you have to start up the spinner. That is the remote. And if you come down here, and there is a physical button also, I'll show you what that does. So it's turning right now. As you can see, I got nice wire management. And you press the button once, it will actually turn off the lights, but the spinner is still going. Press it again, and the spinning will stop, but the lights will turn on. Press it again, everything turns off. Press it again, and the lights and the spinning starts up once again.
Now, I did decide to get the version with the built-in speaker, and my expectation of this speaker was extremely low going into this, but I figured I'd spend a few extra bucks and see what it was like for you guys. And once I hooked this up and played the first sound, this is what it sounds like. Now, obviously, that music's coming through my phone and your speakers, so I can't really tell you what you're hearing, but I can kind of describe that it's better than what I thought it was going to be. But unless you have a specific need for this, I would say get the one without the built-in speaker. And this is also useful to put on your ornaments so you can sit back, relax, and as it's turning around, you can place them on. My wife did this and absolutely loved it. And also keep in mind, because this thing's turning, now you can place your ornaments all around your tree 360 degrees, so you will have to get more ornaments just because you're going to see more of the tree. And this is by far one of my favorite add-ons for any Christmas tree. Just keep in mind that this is for artificial trees only. It is not for real trees, just because the base of a real tree is usually much thicker, plus you have to water it, and you don't want water near all these electronics. So this is for art. So this is for artificial trees only. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me. I hope this video was helpful. I will see you guys on the next one.